the Globex session rallied up because the trade deficit came in at 58.23 billion instead of 59 or something, and we went from the Globex 1280 area up to the 1309 area, which is quite a big run. It goes right to the negative volume cluster on March 7th, up around the not the C period high, but around the D period high, just a little above the D period high, and it's quite a run. I wouldn't be surprised to see a significant retracement in the opening few periods, so we'll stand by and wait for the open. And they're off. Let's see where we're going here. $13.09, $13.10 area is the low of that volume cluster that runs for a few points. Tick charts opened up at the way above the second standard deviation, right around about a positive 1,000, selling off to a positive 800. So there was some buying around on the open here. I'm going to pause the video and let the market run a little bit. We're not going to do anything with this gigantic gap right now, 25 points up, and the market's just trading on a two-sided sort of basis. A little bit of buying coming in on both the ask and the bid, so it's a little bit difficult to differentiate what's going to happen here. We have our eyes on the 13.1050 area, which is the high above the Globex, and of course the gap well below us, and 13.0950. And we'll just see which way the market wants to run here. If this thing breaks below 1301, I think you got to go short, even though the tick is building positive tick above the zero line. It's working down toward the negative line now. The mean saying we will, but we'll look for an opportunity. Today is the first day. We also are trading 3 contracts on our continual basis. Our continual TAMP analyzer will increase our position by 1 contract for every $10,000 in the account. So we've achieved a milestone there, and today we're looking for a big winning day with 3 contracts. Alright, short, 1301.50. Ooh, and that cross trade just came in at 1301.50. We need to bust below 1301.50 here. Our stop is above the 8 period high at put our stop at 07 1/4. Well, I don't like that trade there. 2,765 contracts. I'm fighting against the New York stock tick chart a little bit. We have buying above the zero line, and we're above the mean. But we're 30 points above yesterday's close, so we're hoping to move a little bit down, even to yesterday's value area high, which is the 88 area, 87.50, 88. That would be our first initial target. Break down below this cross trade here. If we can get through this, my cursor, if we can get through this, we should be in better shape. I don't like that fact that that's there though. We gotta build volume here. Gotta hit the bid. Keep hitting the bid. There we go. Hit the bid at sequentially lower prices. Now you can see we're building a negative delta for the day. We had positive delta in the first 15 minutes or so. First 10 minutes. Market might have got just too long overnight in the Globex, and that press release, the Fed increasing liquidity by another $200 billion to the world's banks, so the banks can lend to each other, and so on and so forth, and make the world a merry-go-round. The brass ring in the horse's mouth. Huh? I don't like this action, building all of this bid activity, and the market's not going anywhere. So we're going to move our stop down so we guarantee ourselves a profit. We're going to move our stop down to 1301. This is similar to a pattern I saw yesterday at the open, where the market moved down. It had a lot of cross volume, a lot of activity at the bid, but the market didn't move anywhere. And then, of course, it rallied above the 8-period high, stopped us out, and then broke. So we have our stop at 1301. That'll guarantee us half a point on 3 contracts, enough to cover the commissions plus lunch, dinner, and breakfast. And then we'll look just for a re-entry. Let the market do its thing. The New York tick chart is building above the 0 line, except the moving average is above the second standard deviation. I've never even seen that. And we have a 25, 30 point gap. So we'll just see where we go. If we break down here, the stop at 1301, then will stay put. We're heading up toward the stop at 1301. If we get stopped out of this trade, it won't feel really bad. We're locked in $75 after seeing this cross trade here as a warning sign, bringing back memories from yesterday when we got stopped out with a trade that we got stopped out at the high of the day, right at the price. Only 142 contracts. I remember that figure traded there at the price. Well, it didn't click 1301. It clicked 1375. I see that happen on more than one occasion. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get stopped out here. If we do, we'll just let the A period do its thing. We'll see where the B period opens up and rallies to, or sells off to, or whatnot. Alright, now we can see him start to hit the bid. See a little bit of bid activity here. We need to break down below this point here. If we can break below B period just open, if we can break below this A period more than just a couple ticks, then we could very well be on our way to hitting the value area high of yesterday, which is the 88 to 90 area. That's our target area for this trade. We're going to get stopped out, 1301. There it is. We couldn't break down below the 96s, so you know, we didn't move our stop. We got stopped out. Now we'll look at to see what happens. We're building generally positive tick. We got down almost to the second standard deviation below the mean, and that's about where the reversal happens. So we'll stand by and see what the tick chart does and look for re-entry. We're going to sell the 99.50s, short 2 99.50s. We're going to take another shot at this with our stop just above us. Up as tight, it's going to be 1301 and a quarter. Well, we got stopped out on that trade, so this morning session is proving a little bit challenging. Take a break here for a second. That's twice we got stopped out. That's twice we got stopped out in the, you know, the first one was 1301, then it moved back down to 1298. The second one was 1301 and a quarter, and then it moved back down. And it's just, you know, we're building positive tick. I've been fighting against the tick chart, so I'm going to let the tick chart build a little more positive momentum before we do anything. We're going to take the 1300s again, 1350 short. The C period is just about to open up. We just put some blue lines. You can see that on the chart. I lost my cursor here. That's an area of consolidation that we just hit up at 1301.75 and bounced down from there with some cross trade up there. You can see this cross trade here. So we're going to hang on to our 1300 and a half short and see if we can't make this trade work. Our stop on this trade is 1303. It's a little bit tight, but that's above the volume cluster. Well, it took 3 times to seemingly get this short position from the open right. We had 1301.50s originally, then we had 1299.50s, and then we have 1300.50s. and we need to break below 1296. We can break below 1296 in the C period, below the B period low convincingly, more than a quarter tick. We should be in good shape. We're going to move our stop down to 1301.50. The market's just not breaking. It's ridiculous. So matter of fact, I'm just going to get out of this trade. 99 and a quarter out. I'm glad I changed my stop and got out of that trade. It's just vexing, and that's when you start making mistakes. The morning session is just difficult. We're going to take a break and wait for a little while. We made 3.75 points on that trade. We'll produce the snippets because we had 3 contracts. So we're still trading 3